What's happening, fight fans? Welcome back to the MMA Mindset. Wolkernite Fight Championship 7, 22nd of February. Going to be an unbelievable card, so like to make sure you do not miss out. Tickets, links in the description, or go to the fighters, go to the gyms. Make sure you get tickets through them. Make sure that they get a bit of a kickback from that, and that you're there to support all of the people who are in your lives and are fighting on this card. It's going to be unbelievable. And then livemma.co.uk, they've just dropped a sick promo on Instagram as well. So make sure that you check it out. But without further ado, speaking about gyms, speaking about coaches, I'm joined by the head coach of Hardwork Grimsby, top contender at KSW, someone who's massively involved in the regional scene in the UK, Madars Fleminas. How you doing, my man?
I'm good. Just after the gym session, man. Now to ready to talk with you, mate.
Yeah, well, like I said, I've just mentioned all those things, being a head coach, being a good cornerman for so many of your amateur pro fighters, and obviously then being in the top five in KSW at welterweight. How do you kind of fit all that in? And what's the kind of just like a day in the life looking like for you?
It's pretty hard as well because I got two kids as well, so I need help. My wife manage them too as well. Both very active. One's training with me and playing football, another one dancing. So my wife doing the hard part. I'm just driving around the gyms, training myself and training the guys. So I got pretty easy, but it's hard. It's hard to not really hard as long as I'm enjoying. I got two priorities in my life. It's my family, and obviously second one is my career, so and gym. So that's easy. Put my family first, and everything else come after. So it's pretty easy life for me.
Yeah, I can imagine, but I feel like obviously having two kids and then I guess having a gym full of fighters, it's kind of like having an extended family as well. So you're not just dealing with your family at home, it's your family in the gym as well.
Yeah, gym drama. Obviously, I got one of the biggest prospects in UK is my nephew as well. What is my sister's son, you know. So plus, of course, like you say, we all in the gym are family as well. So I kind of you kind of take a lot of things from them as well. Everyone's coming to gym and try fight with their own demons, with their own problems, you know. So you're kind of in the middle with them all, you know. Try help them as much as you can. Because I've been grow in Grimsby quite a big community where people are welcome to come to my gym. So with lots of different stories from the streets and not so much from the streets, you know. So it's good. It's good actually to give something back to community. I enjoy it, but sometimes it's sucking out. But I need restart myself. But it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying.
Yeah, exactly. And just speaking about the card that we've got coming up, obviously on the 22nd of February, a couple of guys that are announced on that card. We've got Marion coming off that unbelievable highlight reel knockout in his last fight. Definitely the knockout of the night, probably the knockout of the year that we had on Wolkernite. And then you've got Conor McLean obviously fighting on the card he was meant to fight last time. How is training sort of going for
Fight
them
last
two
time.
guys? Yeah, he did. Yeah, he fought Kambala last time.
Yeah, yeah, lost the last one, and it was the last one. The corner lost. Been back in the gym after 2 years off. He stepped in the gym and he said, "Can I fight?" I said, "You can fight." And to fight was only left like 4 or 5 weeks. So we get the fight. So after 2 years off, he's come back to the gym, get the fight the way he's fight. And I make him realize you can't just walk away from the gym and then think you're gonna come back and you're gonna be as good as you was before. So you need training, and I think that's what Connor's realized, and he's not been stepping out from the gym. So expecting a good fight from him. He's not been stopping training all over the Christmas period, all the time, every night in the gym, being in gym tonight as well. But normally people not coming on Saturday open mats, you know. He was there, he's motivated, and looking forward to see what he's gonna do on 22nd of February.
And then Marion, obviously, he must be flying high coming off that knockout victory, and it looked unbelievable. How's he feeling, and is there anything he's been working on in particular?
Marian's just working, like I say, like. I always say the guys fight. I want the guys fight the hardest fights. So if you ever think if your mind crossing about going professional, you shouldn't watch and shouldn't build your records. You know what I mean? Like if your mind crossing the thinking about going professional, you shouldn't choose and pick fights which one you want to fight. You just fight the hardest fights because amateur records means for nothing. And Marian's been doing that and listening for me. The last one was obviously brilliant. This time we actually first time gonna try cut to 61. He never been 61. But he's a very short guy for his weight category. He's fighting 66 kg, but he's always fighting bigger guys. So he's gonna try. We'll see how it goes that one. But obviously, this is only one time to make it sure he can make it. Normally, all amateur is gonna fight probably 66, but then if he's gonna go pro, that's gonna be 61 one day. But it's all for Marian is just building up process. Is seeing how his wrestling, anti-wrestling working together. He's getting better at wrestling. He's getting better at grappling. And but the kid got bombs in his both hands. And like I say, it's like if you're fighting 61 kg, I don't care who you are. If he's touching you clean, you're gonna go down. And I just saying for what I feeling when he's hitting me. So he's probably one of the hardest hitters was being like spar or doing that. And he's way lighter than me. He's really like I don't know, and he's not even trying to hit hard. He's just got heavy hands. So I'm really looking forward to see how he's develop his all skills around because you still need to learn to land the shot. It doesn't matter you have heavy hands or not. You need to find your ways to land it, and you need to be good. You need to be good everywhere to find them shots. So he's working, and I like his attitude. He's been with me and Chris grinding together every day. So and he's got a hard fight. The guy who's fighting not bad as well. He's from Renegades. He's been on some tough fights as well. Some losses, some wins. So we're looking for tough fights for Mariana, and I want him to fight, and I want him to test, and I want to see how good he's gonna come out when after 1 or 2 years he's gonna think about going pro. And after this fight is just it's just a build up and get more fights under his belt and see where we do mistakes and where we can capitalize. That's all.
Yeah. Well, talking about obviously hard fights, you're kind of the poster boy for people who have taken hard fights their entire career. You've never cut any corners. I mean, you've got a win over Oban Elliott, who's doing so well in the UFC now. You've got a win over George Hardwick, who everyone thinks should be in the UFC. You've got a win over Mick Stanton, who obviously was the Cage Warriors champion. Is this something that, like I said, like you've just admitted it there, you kind of put onto your students that you don't want to take easy fights, you don't want to fight that's not going to test you? And do you think that's kind of the reputation that your gym has?
Uh, like I say, that is different. You know, like I come across a lot of students as well. And you never know. They never talk about going professional, but they want to test themselves. They're training. They want to test themselves. I don't want to go like give somebody who's training with me 1.5. Now I'm gonna give him somebody on the debut as well who have about 30 kickboxing fights. It's just not fair, you know. So like I want a fair match. But if you come to me and say you want to go professional and you've been training for 1.5 years, you more than likely in my eyes, you should fight the guy with 30 kickboxing fights and see how well you're gonna do, and then we go from there. But like I say, for some people it's just a hobby, and you can fight that way, and you just need to find the right matchups. And I think that's fair play. If you don't need go do by do fight because you want to fight, and then you got I don't know mismatch and somebody just kill you in a cage, and you never want to train again because you think you are shit, but you actually not, because it's just not fair matchups, you know. Like there is different things. But myself, I'm the best welterweight in the Europe, and I know that. And I like the loss is what I got. I wish I had more amateur fights so I could learn faster. And the loss is what I got now. Like in pro, is just show I should have a bit more amateur fights. instead of going to early pro. But when I was amateur, there was nobody who's fight me, so I should go pro. And I learned from my losses, and I'm still think I'm the best welterweight. There not been one guy who dominates me and beat me up for 3 rounds. Like I feel like I'm out of how to say,
Your
like
depth.
I'm not belonging there. There not be one guy who. Yeah, he's nobody, and whoever fights me is always for the hard fight. And I think I win the last fight, but I lost in Poland on a close decision on points. And then I fight number 2 in the KSW. I just KO'd him with the elbow. So it's like I know what I can do. Same, and it just proves the things what I'm doing around in the gym. The people who invites me to go for sparring sessions and want me in the camps, like I know how good I am. It's just, and I like test myself. I'm doing this one. I know I'm not the youngest one in the sport. A little bit. I start late. Uh, I'm 36 now, but I'm still think I'm the best in Europe, and I wanna test. Like I'm training to test myself. I need that end goal. Give me the best one. What excites me, like I hope the next guy even gonna be better than the previous. It doesn't matter if I lost last one. I just hope. Give me the champ, and I feel like the buzz in me is put in work. Go out there and try show my best, and that's what I striving, and I try get that feeling every day. I just want to fight the best guys. Give me. You tell me I need fight tomorrow, welterweight champion UFC. I'm gonna go and fight, and I'm gonna give it a fight. That's how my attitude works, and I try put that in my students as well. Like Christian's Bogus, it doesn't matter who you fight. Like when you are amateur at all, you shouldn't think about your records at all. You just should fight the best guys you can, and when you go pro, you are just a beast.
Yeah. Well, obviously, you've just mentioned him there. Speaking about someone who this isn't just a hobby for, is Christian. He's unbelievable. One of the best prospects in Europe, coming from being an amateur to hopefully turning pro soon. What's it like having him in the gym? Because I know he helps a lot with the coaching and the cornering. So what's it like having him around?
Yeah, he's helping me a lot with the coaching. And when I'm going somewhere on training camps, Chris is just repeat, but he's do everything what I tell him to teach what we want to work, and we talk together. It's like he's the hardest round. I traveling around the gyms. When you're training with somebody repeatedly every day, he just knows all your moves. So it doesn't matter how good I am. Is I already know what I'm gonna do. So it's very hard to do really good with Christian, and that's how he's getting better as well. And I need think something new to try call him out, like in a grappling and wrestling exchanges. I need think every week something new. I need counter his counters because he's already know what I'm gonna do. So, and he's make me better, and he's make him a lot better. So he's brilliant, and he's my sister's son, and we both traveling every day. We both training every day together. We know each other. He's in my corner always. I always in his corner, and yeah, he's helping all the guys as well. And it's just like it's going by my mentality: fight everyone, everywhere, almost any weight. And we just try, like I say, amateur is for experience, and soon the plan is maybe by end of this year go professional. So a couple more amateur fights, and we off we go.
Yeah, is it becoming difficult to find him amateur fights because of how much experience he's got? I mean, the only other people I can think of that had so much experience at the amateur level were people like George Staines, who's now in Octagon, and Mohammed
But it's
Makayev.
professional.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but how much experience they had in the amateur level, you don't really get. Like Christian's had so many fights. Are you struggling to kind of get him the amateur fights now?
Yeah, it's like again, and now it's like when you're fighting somebody now 4-0, you kind of expecting Christian's gonna do well. And if he's not do well, you kind of expecting so it's not that good, but that's not the case sometimes. Sometimes the 4-0 can give you a fight, but the 4-0 sometimes they just don't want that test. If I was 4-0 and somebody offered me 14-3, I'd probably been a little bit thinking myself as well. I know what I've been doing. I've been taking a fight, but lots of people don't take a fight. And there is a guys with the good records, but Like I don't know, somebody like there is I don't know. Like I said, there's a couple good guys, and then somebody say I don't fight on that show. But why you don't want to fight on that show when you have a good test there? You're amateur. You want that test, like is the why you can like you just say you fight on one show is just not make sense for me. And somebody else maybe want to go professional. No, I'm not fighting anymore. Amateur fight. So why you don't want just that one amateur fight before you turn professional? It's just some things don't match in my head. I don't understand what they thinking, but everyone's doing how they want and how they want to build. We just want to fight. We just want the hardest fights. From beginning I make sure he not mismatch it because he wasn't that good, but his Christians developed so good skills on the ground. So yeah, now everybody like kind of not really want to test themselves because he's gonna just wrestle you for 5 rounds and he's not getting tired either.
Yeah, exactly. And obviously, just speaking about obviously our show, Wolkernite, we've seen you quite a lot through the last shows now. What's kind of keeping you coming back? Because we really appreciate it. It's good to have someone who's fought on all the big shows against all of the tough guy, all of the top level guys, come in and being the kind of like a bit of a representative of the show. So we really appreciate when you come down, Madars. But why would you say you keep coming back to Vulcanite? And is it a show that you think you're going to have a lot of involvement with in the future?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's a good show. It's close to Grimsby. Well, Josh is a cool guy. I like Josh. He's always give me me ring, ask me how I'm feeling when like just from nowhere. Not everyone's doing that. Uh, when it's about matchmaking, I think matchmaking is quite like fair. Like if something what I don't like and I think is not fair, I say them, they change it. It's no problem at all. Like I explain what's my point of view is, and they agree or not agree, and then we go from there. But yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. Josh is a cool guy. He's not messing about. Matchmaking, I think, is perfect. It's close to home, and that's all what you need for the good show. And I hope just people should go watch it because he's actually making a quality fights. Like there is some quality fights, and we just gonna for my gym is perfect. I'm gonna bring my guys as soon as I can. Maybe like I said, there is loads of local fighting shows now around, so it's quite hard to pick as well. But I always try at least one or two, three guys. I always gonna give first hand to Josh because he's been always good to me and never mess about. So is yeah, that's the way. That's the way to go if you want to get coaches respect. You try do the best for the gym, and Josh always been doing that for me.
Yeah. And just before I let you go, Manas, for people who might not have seen the show before and not seen your fighters before, what if they're tuning in for the first time on February 22nd, what can they expect to see from your guys and what are they going to be showing in the cage?
They're both good. What they're gonna see? You need to you don't blink when Marian's fighting. That's for sure. Like if he's touching, it doesn't matter. You can be, I think, 120 kilogram guy. If Marian's touching you on the jaw, you're gonna feel it. And Connor's coming back. He's getting fast. He's getting good. And he got hard fight as well. There's another guy who's fighting from, I think, from London's top team. Yeah, no, British top team.
British
Yeah,
top team, yeah.
I think is yeah. He's really good as well. So I'm looking for again fight of the night. The last one didn't go the Connor's way, but yeah, that's gonna be a banger. Really good fight for Connor as well. And another guy gonna bring it on, and Connor's gonna bring it on. You will see they're gonna both swing it out, and it'll be fun to watch. And I don't know, it's gonna be fun to be in a corner, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, Madaz, I just want to say thank you very much for coming on. You're someone whose career I've followed from your first fight, your first two fights in Cage Warriors, all the way up until now. So I'm really honoured to be able to sit down and have this chat with you. But once again, just thank you for coming on. I hope everything goes well for the training camp, and I hope everything goes on fight night. And like I said, I hope you're the best in your next fight in KSW.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we'll
Yeah.
see you in Wolkernite.
Yeah, not a problem. We'll see you on February the 22nd. Like I said, make sure you get tickets, links in the description. And like I said, go put some eyes on Hardwork Grimsby because they've got a real thing going on there. Really hard-working gym and a lovely set of guys. But once again, Madars, you take care and I'll see you in a few weeks' time, my man.
See you later.
Magic. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers.